SOTY family.
Welcome to the SOTY Show, the SOTY Show, the SOTY Show. Welcome to the
Keeps going.
SOTY Show.
Okay, we'll work on that.
She wanted a jingle, so
I did not.
we have a jingle now. That's our jingle. Or I'll come up with a new one.
How about we just say SOTY Show?
SOTY Show.
Welcome to the SOTY Show.
Wait, but what about my jingle?
I'll just start the whole thing on my own.
I'm getting kicked out of the podcast already.
Great.
Pretty soon it's just going to be, Steve, don't talk anymore on the podcast.
Right. This is my first time doing a podcast.
I'm a little creeped out by doing the podcast because we're just like staring here, talking to each other. I'm scared. Are you scared? See why I'm scared? See what's happening?
He doesn't like to look at me for longer than a few seconds at a time, guys.
I could get the stare down already. So we are going to be doing this podcast. It's called the SOTY Show. We're going to have me and Jamie, and then we have over behind the cameras, who will sometimes be on camera. I don't know if he'll show himself at all today, but
He shouldn't show himself.
wow.
I just showed myself just for that.
Jared. Jamie's brother, Jared. And so he's doing it.
My baby brother.
Whoa. What about Derek?
I'm not.
Jesus.
He's still younger, so
Oh, yeah.
you can count that.
Yeah,
Being younger doesn't mean
He
it's.
is a lot younger than Jamie.
A lot younger than me.
How old are you, Jared?
He is 8 years younger than me.
I'm 30.
Oh, don't say how old you are.
Oh, you should have given the 8 years.
That's your how old?
How old are I?
A lot older than me.
I'm a lot older than her. See how I just deflected that over to myself for you? So you don't have to worry about talking about your age.
So it's the three of us.
But you're young and gorgeous still. But it is the three of us, and we're going to be doing all sorts of fun stuff. We have different activities, things like that we'll be doing, talking about pretty much whatever we want. So what do you want to talk about?
Or whatever you guys want us to talk about.
Yeah, you can always leave comments. Let us know the things that you're interested in. This will be on all sorts of things. We're going to have it on TikTok. We'll have it on Facebook, Instagram. So we'll be out there.
If you guys didn't know we had a TikTok, we have a TikTok.
Ickety talk. What is our TikTok, Jamie?
I don't even know our handle. Is that the SOTY fan?
You
We'll
don't
probably
have a
change it.
handle.
We'll change it to like the
No,
SOTY
we're
Show,
not
maybe.
changing
Oh, we're leaving it. Oh, you're saying our main one?
Our main one
It's
is
at the
TikTok.
SOTY fam.
Yeah, at the SOTY fam. That's our main TikTok.
Family official, the SOTY fam.
Yeah, so and we'll probably have another one too that we'll probably put content from our podcast on.
Yeah.
So
Lots of new fun stuff though. So we just thought we'd kind of do an intro to the podcast today. So why are we doing a podcast would probably be a good question.
as Steve said, we should do a
I need
podcast.
to do a podcast. I like to talk.
Why I'm here.
I
Don't like to talk.
She doesn't like to talk. I like to talk. It's the perfect mix. But I think there's a lot of cool things that we could talk about. I mean, we've been doing YouTube now for 155 years or something like that.
8 years,
8 years.
8.5.
8 years is a long time. Is that what you're saying? Difference between you and Jared's age?
I think, isn't it more? How old are you?
We are 8 years apart. We've been doing it for 8 years, so
Yeah. So we just want to talk a little bit about our experience on YouTube. We can talk about things that are going on in the world, some of the things,
our family.
our family, what's going on with them, what's going on with us, and just chatting. It's really
Or
kind of just a
goofy
fun thing.
things.
And then we'll do fun little activities, do fun things like today. We're doing a Q&A, so we're going to be able to answer
I'm
some of the
scared.
questions.
What questions you?
Yeah, because we're letting
I
Jared,
haven't read
pick
any
out
of
the-
them.
Jared's picking out the questions. And then I think we're going to maybe do like a joke section. We talk a little bit about, maybe do some dad jokes, see who can not laugh. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win because I'm the funny person in the family here.
You know they call it dad jokes for a reason, right?
What do you mean?
They're just not funny.
What is that supposed to mean?
Dads are not funny.
That's not funny. Jared's dad too. He's on my side. You're fighting two dads in here. We're fun.
I'm a dad. You're more like a grandpa, though.
Hey.
If we're being honest, like if we're talking about ages,
Ages,
Jamie,
yes.
Jamie, you're 8 years older than me, right?
I am 8 years older.
How old
What
was
about
your
Steve?
dad? How old was your dad when he had a baby?
12 years
Or
older. than
grandbaby.
you.
Holy.
How old was your dad when Steven was born?
I'm not sure, but very close to Steve's age. He was probably like,
So Steven was born in 2006,
yes.
and your dad is born in 62. Alexa,
Mathematicians.
What's 2006 minus 1962?
2006 minus 1962 to 44.
And I'm how old?
Steve turns 43 in a few weeks.
Okay, so I'm still young compared to your dad.
When he had a grandchild.
I'm going to be a grandpa. But you know what that also means?
No, I don't.
I don't know if you realize that also means you're a grandpa.
That's why I didn't want to talk about it. I was fine just skipping over that subject.
So have you ever watched a podcast, Jamie, in your life?
Some
Okay, so you have seen a couple.
from TikTok. So not a full
Like the short versions
podcast.
of them?
Yeah, because I don't have time for that. I work.
She works. But I
Is
do
that a dig on everyone else?
podcast.
It may be. I don't have time to watch.
She says she works, but she doesn't know the handle to work TikTok.
Yeah, but I'm on it constantly, posting to it.
And you've
So-
never looked at the top and
I
seen.
mean, I don't know that we have a lot of TikTok accounts.
How many TikTok accounts do you have?
We have 4 TikTok accounts. Well, 5 maybe. Yeah, 5 if we count Taylor's.
Yeah,
Here's
Five
the,
TikTok
here's the trivia. Can you say the handles for every single one of your TikTok accounts?
I can't because they're weird because I think
Sody
like the
Steven,
title
Sody
is different.
KK.
The title
Sody
is different than
Sisters.
what it says on there.
Yeah, it
so
is.
I look at what I see on there and I don't really look at the handle. So
I just nailed them.
that's because he has to go in and do all the verification for me when I say, hey, log back into this and
This
kick
isn't
me
working.
out.
What's going on?
So that's why he knows
And I created them.
and he did create them.
So I have my roles. They're just,
The electronic.
I have a
Billion
question for
things.
both of you,
I
though.
don't know.
We're not doing the Q&A yet.
Oh, this is just my question, personally. Who's the boss?
I think that's pretty obvious. Me.
I would say when it comes to work stuff, I'm the boss.
What do you mean works?
When it comes to fun stuff, I'm the boss.
Sometimes like family decisions, where it's not like I'm the boss.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But when it comes to work stuff,
But I'm not necessarily the boss of it either on family decisions.
no, I'm saying it's not. There's not a boss.
Just ask me.
But work stuff, I feel like not that I want to be. I'm just.
Better.
It's like.
I mean, let's
let
be
me know-
honest.
let
Let's
me
be
know
honest.
when
Who's
you're gonna do this? Tell me when this is gonna happen. What do you need me to do? So I have to make the decisions and be the boss. It's kind of forced upon me.
But who would be the better boss of the worst stuff? You or me?
It's just stressful.
Over
I
what
got
stuff?
it.
Work stuff.
Work stuff.
Who's better?
Who's more less distracted? I would say I'm less distracted, so that's why it'd be me. I get less distracted.
Harder worker. And I'm all over the place. I guess that's
That's why I said
distracted.
less
I
distracted.
don't know. I'm just
Right now, it's puzzles for Steve. It used to be Fortnite, but now it's puzzles. But once the puzzle's done, I'm worried what it will be. I don't want to buy another puzzle. I don't want to buy another puzzle for fear.
I
But
thought we
it's
wanted more
better than
puzzles.
Fortnite.
So if I don't do the puzzle though, nobody does the puzzle.
Mom, I would maybe find some time.
You can join me to do the puzzles.
You could puzzle it up together. So
Not a
you're the
puzzle.
one that's doing that puzzle in there?
It's a 2,000-piece puzzle, and I'm pretty sure
I thought
Steve
it
has
was
found
bacon.
1,000 pieces on his own so far. So.
Jamie wanted to write initials on the back of everybody who found different puzzle pieces, and I was like, well, then I would be the only person. The name, it'd be like my name right on the back.
I
of the
helped
whole
do
thing.
the outline,
It's true.
but Steve would also forget to write his name on the back of the puzzle. So
That sounds like a huge chore, actually.
it's exactly the distraction. We're getting back to that.
Squirrel. So, what do you want to do when you think of the podcast for our podcast here? What are some of the stuff that you're excited about doing?
Being goofy and lighthearted and just kind of discussing fun topics. That's kind of what I think about.
What's a fun topic?
I don't know. Not a serious one.
Let me think.
I don't want this to be a political podcast.
We're going to talk about the Donald Trump indictments.
No, thank you.
Who's ready? I don't know anything about him either, so that would be a
Neither do I.
really that
Do not care.
that was like the extent of the conversation.
So something fun that our viewers would enjoy watching.
Okay. And we need to know what you guys want to watch. So, what do you want to know about us? What do you want us to do? What have you seen that you like? Have you ever watched podcasts?
Yeah, it's hard to know, like, people that have been following us and watching us. So since we've been on YouTube for 8 years, you could have started watching when you were 8 years old, but now you're 16. So your interests may have like podcasts. Have you never watched podcasts before? Will ours be the first podcast you'll ever see?
Is this the first podcast that you've ever watched?
Good question.
That was just the really slow tone was just me holding back jokes that I was going to make. So I decided to go with that.
Nice.
You're welcome.
This will be my first podcast that I will have watched the whole way through once it is published.
Is this the first
And I
podcast
watch
you've
it.
done? No, you were on that one. We did a podcast
Yeah.
at rereleased
I was on a podcast talking about YouTube.
talking about YouTube.
That is true.
You're gonna watch this whole podcast back?
I don't know.
We better be good then.
I mean, I'm kind of living it.
Is the podcast ruined now?
I'm-
We're on a podcast.
I'm kind of living it, so I may not have to watch back. So
Experiencing the podcast firsthand so you don't have to watch back.
So there's a question. Do you watch your videos back after they're published?
yes, because they get edited and I watch them all back.
Yeah, she watches them before they get published though.
I watch them before they get published. So,
Question was
yes.
after they're published. Do you go back
After
and
they
entertain yourself by
published?
watching it?
I have before, but usually it's so that I can film something else. So like I'm
Remember.
using it for remembrance type stuff to film something. So all work related, no like enjoyment.
So what?
Don't enjoy your videos?
What's your
I
enjoyment
enjoy
though? When you do YouTube, what's your enjoyment? What do you like?
You're saying just outside of YouTube
No,
or in YouTube?
in YouTube. Like you've been doing YouTube for 8.5 years. What is it you like about YouTube?
I like being completely creative, being able to be creative and yeah, I like creating things and kind of looking back at what I've done when I do watch them and just kind of seeing it grow was kind of what I enjoy about it.
Well, you've been making videos since you were like a little girl, right?
Yes.
With giant cameras on your shoulder and stuff.
Yeah, you can ask Jared about it.
That was the worst.
I was the director and then also the main character. And then
I was
everybody
just all
else.
the extras.
He was
I
just
bet
whatever I
You
needed.
really enjoyed directing Jared in videos when he was a boy.
It was not fun. They only used
I was
to-
the only boy, so I had to do every single role that had any type of male figure. I was grandpa, brother, dad, dog.
His grandpa was great though.
Was the characters the tougher part, or was it harder to have Janie bossy around?
Jimmy bossed me around for sure.
He doesn't remember it. It was a long time ago.
You don't think I remember it?
No.
What was your favorite video you made as a kid?
Oh, well, I mean, me and my sister filmed a sitcom
A sitcom, like a whole series of shows?
series. It had the intro, yes, with
What was
our
it called?
pictures in the living room. I can't.
Is this on that tape that says "Do not ever show to anybody," or is this a
I
different?
do have a tape that
Yeah, when is this going to get dropped?
showed anyone.
Is this going to be a
Probably
series
not.
on SOTY?
Netflix. Let's
We
make some
only
money
got
off
to
this.
like episode 2, so
Yeah, but that's a pilot episode. We're good to go.
it is. We did film the pilot and first episode, and then got bored with it.
All right. So what was it? What was your character?
We were friends. Um,
That was already a TV show. You can't. Friends again.
I don't even remember. We just had our characters, and
What
I
was
think
it
I was
called?
more excited about the intro. How I filmed the pictures of us in the living room. We were the characters. I think I was trying. I think Growing Pains? Was that the show?
There was a show called Growing Pains.
And I think the beginning they showed pictures of their family, and so I kind of just copyrighted that.
Isn't that the Brady Bunch?
Yeah, but they were
Pictures in
pictures. They were
frames or
pictures in frames.
The Brady Bunch, they were moving in a frame. They were like sitting there looking back and forth at each other. Remember? They had that little square
A
boxes.
little bit earlier than my time. I think it was Growing Pains.
Are you sure it was earlier than your time, or are you just trying to?
It
Look
was
back on your
mom's
age.
time. It was mom's time. She was a Brady Bunch fan.
I watched the Brady Bunch.
I remember
watched it
you
too,
guys
but
would always watch the Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell was.
Zach Morris.
What?
Boyfriend.
You were an AC Slater guy,
Nope.
girl.
I mean,
personally, I
girl
was for Slater.
No, I was a Zach Morris girl.
Okay.
Slater was cooler.
I mean,
I don't know about cooler. Screech.
I
was
think
cooler.
Slater was a little bit of a baby.
Yeah.
He's
that's
kind of
true.
kind of mopey
Yeah, he was.
looking. Zach wasn't.
Zach was never whiny. He was just taking
Wasn't
action,
whiny.
getting things taken care of, hitting on Kelly Kapowski and the
Bad
girls.
boy, more of the bad boy. So I think that's why girls like him more. My sister likes Slater, so. But not me.
Am I Zach Morris or AC Slater? That's the question of the day. Look at her. She's not going to answer this.
I'm not going to answer it.
Answer it. The world needs to know.
Okay, when I first met you, Zach Morris. Now that we've been married, more of a Slater.
Sam Whiter.
You've just gotten more comfortable, I guess. Your true colors have shown.
All right. All right.
The only going back to you like filming with us, the only movie that I remember you filming. Can you guess which video I remember?
It was more of a skit.
What was it?
It was, we were mimicking a skit that was on Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
I believe.
Maybe I don't know what you're talking about.
But you were the old grandpa.
Yeah, I don't remember this. I don't remember me being the old grandpa.
Okay, well then what are you referring to?
Is this
I remember something about a
song.
song.
Dog vomit?
Oh,
Was
when
a skit.
I never fault. When did that happen?
He talks about it all the time, so I don't know.
My favorite story about Jared.
I don't
Because like it happened. It was traumatizing.
I don't remember.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Go.
Yeah, jeez, come on. So it was something about a song about money references.
Oh, well, that was for a English project.
It wasn't. So this wasn't fun. This was an assignment.
This was an assignment.
What was the money reference?
It was her and Melissa dancing around and being thugs, right?
Money song, yeah.
Get money.
I won't say why we did that. I mean, it was an English book where the main character had a specific job that I won't reference, but we read it in English, and so I was collecting money.
Oh, so this is like a little bit of a shady book. This is back in the olden days when you were allowed to read that kind of stuff.
I
in
guess
schools.
where it wasn't banned. So yeah,
All right, that's cool.
it was English AP. We were allowed to read college styled
I read a book
literature.
once.
Nice.
How many pages?
Exactly.
I read Jurassic Park.
Okay, well,
Wait, that's a
how
book?
old were you?
It might have been a movie first.
I thought that was
but I
a
did
movie,
read a
not a
book
book.
called Jurassic Park.
I bet that if you really, Steve is really honest, he could probably count on his hands the amount of books he's read all the way through front.
Probably pretty
Start to
close.
finish.
Probably pretty close. I mean, not counting like Curious George or something.
No, that does not count.
Oh, dang it.
Actual books.
Wait, Curious George doesn't count.
Well, it doesn't. I guess Jared's in the same boat. That is sad.
Whoa.
Curious George is a really good book.
I really
why you're
enjoyed it.
taking on Curious George.
Good values taught to everybody. I don't remember any of the stories out of it, so it was obviously
And
not
the big yellow hat. I mean,
That's
come on.
because that was Jared's favorite book.
What's Curious George your favorite book?
Yeah, Curious George.
He was obsessed with
Is
Curious
it because
George.
of the
What? I'm trying to understand your reference
just
here.
going like he has kind of like monkey ear. That is that a low blow?
I mean, now you're making fun of Jared's ears. They do
I wasn't
stick
making
out of his
fun.
head a little bit further.
just
How about you
asking.
switch to your
They
camera,
don't,
Jared?
they don't stick out anymore.
Jared, switch to your camera and take off your
I haven't
headphones.
noticed them in a long time.
I'm not going to Steve's camera either anymore.
Okay, well, I guess it's just mine.
That last comment. My ears are not that big though.
What? What was that, Janie?
Yes, they are. If they're not that big, then you wouldn't care to show them.
Okay,
You're in control of the camera angles, Jared.
So
they were okay because I had a smaller head when I was littler, and my ears were bigger. They were pointier. My head has now grown into my ears.
it's gotten better.
We once walked into my brother taping his ears to his face. He had tape wrapped all around his head to tape his ears back.
Oh,
And why do you think that was, Jamie? How about you tell the audience why I would be taping my own ears to my head?
So we made fun of him relentlessly.
oh, I thought it was just self-conscious.
Dumbo. He's Dumbo.
My nickname was Dumbo.
Jamie actually has the perfect way of describing what Jared looked like when he was a kid.
Okay, so have you guys ever seen Polar Express?
All right, we're going to be right back.
Oh, did you really pause it?
Yeah, I went to be right back screen. I'm not letting you guys talk.
All right.
On me.
Fine.
You guys are rude.
Next topic.
We're gonna just to prove it. Here you go. Here you go. These they're normal size.
For an elephant.
For a baby elephant.
They're normal. They're normal size.
You did show him though.
I showed him. I'm not
even doing it
anymore.
And he showed so.
I used to wear beanies to bed every single night.
To help to hold it back in place.
Did you get JD? So you cut her off from telling who you look like?
Yeah, I did.
Dumbo.
No.
Oh,
That's what.
you cut off?
All right, we're going to be right back.
Have you guys ever seen Polar Express?
Get it in before Jared cuts him off.
Polar Express.
Off. I'm in control here.
The little boy that they pick up.
He looks exactly like Jared did.
Yes.
True.
It's actually scary that an animated character could look that much like a real. You should sue them.
Yeah.
They used your caricature.
They did. Copyright infringement there.
It's not me.
Oh, is it time for Q&A? Is that what Jared just said?
It's time for Q&A.
Q&A. It is time for Q&A. Do I need a jingle for everything, or is it just?
I don't think we should do jingles at all.
If you're gonna do jingle, you gotta figure something better.
I agree.
I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of time to think about the jingles. I was like, right before the show, we decided jingles.
Nobody decided jingles.
She wants the jingles.
What? Sorry.
Q&A?
Q&A.
Anybody?
Q&A. Q&A.
Stop jingling.
I'm a little nervous about what questions people have.
What
for
is
us.
Jared doing? He's playing TikToks over here.
And so I'm trying to get off of your TikTok. Hold up your TikTok. Okay, there. So Jimmy posted a few different posts on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook to get some questions.
I did.
And we're letting Jared pick the questions after we just talked about Jared's.
Yeah, good luck. I'm gonna make up some. So first question, Steve and Jamie, why are you guys so rude to me? That's what it says right here.
That's crazy. First question, why are we so rude to Jared?
The first question says, you guys should be nicer to Jared.
We can train someone else to do your job.
All right, go train a monkey.
Whoa. I thought we were just talking about years of joke. It's getting serious here now.
Next question.
You think Dad can do this?
I do not.
Let's be completely transparent here. Thank you. All right. Let's see. First question.
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't really a question.
That was a question. You guys need to answer that question.
Or scared. He's just like scrolling through here. Does that mean there's that many bad questions, or you
There's
just
a lot of questions. A lot of them are just like, okay. We'll get this one out of the way first. There's so many questions about if Steven and Taylor have boyfriend or girlfriend. That's a question that comes up.
Is that our role to answer that question?
I mean,
Or is that their role?
maybe it's as far as we know as parents because
Okay, you can do that. Because we can't speak for them. I mean, what if they lie to us?
very true. I do not think that they are lying to us. We pretty much know. So I would say neither one of them right now have boyfriends or girlfriends.
Correct.
They do have crushes.
Yep, have people they like, that kind of stuff. But I would say no boyfriend, no girlfriend.
No steady dating.
And I'm happy with that. I mean, I don't know for sure about Taylor, I guess, because she doesn't tell us, but I don't think she has.
I don't think she does either.
All right, so we have a couple questions from Adela and 91 on Instagram.
Couple questions.
Yeah, so she has two really good questions, or I guess it's kind of three. She says, "Do you have any secret talents / party tricks?"
I can say the alphabet backwards.
No, you can't. Still,
EYX, WVU, TSR, QPO, and ML, KJIH, GFE, DCBA.
you skipped the letter L.
Did not said it.
Did she really just nail that? You can still do it that fast?
Yes, I can. Learned it in 3rd grade.
How many times have you been pulled over?
Pulled over?
Don't they ask you that sometimes?
If you're getting it,
Steve, you would know this. You would know this answer, right?
How many
he's
times?
got TikTok going again. I don't trust Jared over there. I think he's just watching TikToks.
Every time I click my thing, it changes to the next post. I'm trying to change camera reels.
So yes, they might ask you to do alphabet stuff if you were pulled over for like some kind of drinking and driving episode, and Jamie would just nail that. They'd be like, "You can go."
So you got that.
I don't recommend you do it though. So
I thought the question was actually how many times you've been pulled over, and I was like, 1. And I didn't get the ticket.
No, that wasn't. That was.
I've never been pulled over, I don't think.
The lie. Next question.
What? Well, do I not get any talents?
Oh, yeah. What's your talent?
It's just a Jamie.
Like,
Cutie right now.
are like inabilities talents?
Inabilities?
Yes. Because I think I have like reverse talents, kind of. Is that a thing?
Go ahead and share.
Reverse talents is not a thing. I just Googled it.
What is your reverse talent?
I don't see things in my head like you crazy people do.
Yeah. He has aphantasia. That was called, yeah. Aphantasia.
Wait, there's an actual word for being
Look it up.
crazy?
Aphantasia. You don't see pictures in your head, like mental pictures.
So like when you're saying, you're talking about your one time getting pulled over, you envision that in your head.
Yeah.
And that's why I know I have 0 times I've been pulled over. I don't see anything in my head.
Right. What about all the ticket evidence?
Evidence is such a strong word for that.
So, like, what color is upstairs painted?
The same color as this room.
He knows.
Do you
So I know what something looks like.
imagine that?
What do you mean? So you say imagine it differently than I say.
He doesn't see upstairs in his head.
No.
Like he doesn't see like rooms and stuff.
Like to remember something, like you don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. It was green. I can see it in my head.
He can't see
I
it.
can't see it in my head. I can remember what color something is, but I don't have to see it to know that. Like I just know what color it was.
So your mind's just like binary. It's just 0 and 1s.
Maybe. Or more accurate, like where you guys are making up little things in your head. I'm actually like focused on what's really happening.
99% of people are.
Dumb.
Sure. We'll just keep with that. The 1% that have aphantasia are just
Besides that,
elite gifted.
so my biggest talent is that I don't have the ability to do something.
Great. It's a great take on that question.
I don't have any other talents.
All right, next question.
Maybe some parlor tricks though. They asked about that.
Yeah, party tricks. That was the second part of the question.
Yeah, what's
You
a
guys
party
have
trick that
party
you
tricks?
did, Amy?
I thought you said parlor trick.
I did. Isn't it called a parlor trick?
You said
Called
party
party
trick.
tricks.
Parlor trick. Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe parlor is for people when they were
Maybe we need to ask ChatGPT.
in the
about this.
1940s called them parlor
This
tricks.
goes
Now
back
they're
to how
party
old
tricks.
you are, Steve. How old are you?
I'm saying I think it's an old person's phrasing, and now it's a party
You
trick.
just say that because my hair, I haven't had a haircut in a while and you can see the gray.
Or
Otherwise, you
it's
think I
just
look
your
good.
age.
Even when you have a haircut, you'll still have the same amount of gray, Steve.
Can't see it as well though. Makes me feel better about my life.
Maybe you can't see it as well because it's not sticking out of your head as far, but the person that's staring at you can see it just as well.
When you stare at me,
All right.
speechless. So parlor tricks.
Sure.
Party tricks.
What are those?
I don't know. Describe a party trick. I've never heard
Some
that.
people can like
A party trick?
No,
They say-
parlor-
what is it?
like make balloon animals. Is that what we're talking about here?
That's a clown trick.
That is a clown trick.
Like a party trick. Like,
Like if you were with a group of people at a party, you'd be like, "Hey, look what I can do."
Okay, well, I can't describe any of those.
Okay, the next question.
you don't have any, Jamie? You
I
have any party
don't.
tricks?
I can say the alphabet backwards.
It
That's
is
it.
impressive. I didn't think you'd actually still be able to do it. Because you haven't done it in probably in
I
20
don't think
years.
It's just part of me.
she just like mumbles though. She doesn't really like say the letters.
V Y X W V U
I
T
mean,
S
Amy could do it
R
fast,
Q P O N M L K J I H G F E D C B A.
It's not a talent if everyone can do it. Jared, you go.
VYXWBUT.
You are looking at the keyboard.
That keyboard would make it way harder.
Yeah, the keyboard is not in line. Okay. ZYXWVUT.
That
That's already way better than I would have ever done right there. Even Jared
Yes.
smoked me in that.
Yeah.
Are you visualizing the letters in your head right now?
Trying.
see, that's why
You do that when
you
you're
are
not fast?
gifted.
Do they go,
No, I
Through your
just
head.
have it memorized. So
what's going on TikTok right now that I see on the screen just like flashing through like the things? That's what
you keep referencing TikToks.
I know, but
Nobody
it's right there for my
either.
face.
Okay, you're the only one that's seeing it.
The next question by Adele and 91. If you weren't doing YouTube, what would your job be? Both of you. Jamie first.
No.
You wasn't doing YouTube.
What would my job be?
And then Steve, you can say what you think her job should be.
I do not know how to answer that.
Do you need Steve to answer for you?
I will. So I got a degree in interior design. That would have been cool to be designing something, interiors, designing interiors. Maybe writing, but that's probably not going to be a job. I wanted to go into maybe like radiology, looked into that, being an ultrasound tech, but I probably would just be a stay-at-home mom.
That's a good chance of just being a stay-at-home mom. But I think,
Yes.
I mean, you talked about all those other things. You did write a book
I did.
that actually happened. I don't know if people are saying it's a job or not, but like you did it.
I mean, anything you make money at, I would say, is some sort
Yeah,
of
but
job.
She would be an entrepreneur of some type.
Didn't really make money on that.
Yeah, but you were trying to. I think she'd be an entrepreneur or
It's
something.
like a hobby.
You probably would. You could do some crafting, maybe. Just because you're creative and you like to like express it that way.
Probably maybe have an Etsy shop, which I do have, but I would have maybe boy pudding.
Seriously, like I think you would. I think you'd be
Something like
doing
that.
stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
But
Right.
still stay at home mom.
Same question for you, Steve.
Oh, me? I would probably have done about 45 jobs by now, based on my track record of working. So I probably would have done a little bit of everything. You can almost name it, and I probably would have done it as a job.
of all trades.
Master of none is what they call that.
Or glass half full,
Half
glass
glass.
half empty,
Or true.
whatever.
However you want to refer to it.
Okay, next question. Facebook.
Oh no, I'm scared of Facebook.
Heinsohn, Link Heinsohn says, what is it like to be on YouTube? Is it fun?
What's it like to be on YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, so just
Different? Yeah.
being on YouTube is fun, I would say.
Yeah, that's pretty. I think it's way different than I ever thought it would be like.
Real, I would say.
Like it's really weird having someone come up and take a picture with you. I've never, not weird, but like outside of what you ever would have imagined.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool. And then.
And that comes with being on YouTube a lot.
Yes.
So people are seeing you.
That's,
so the
I'm
fact
assuming
that
being on
being
YouTube is
on
like being a
YouTube-
YouTuber for a living, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of people that come up and say hi and that kind of stuff. That's really cool. But then we also like work together at home as a family, which is totally unique. It's even hard to like think about like the going back to work things like, oh man, someone being like, this is what's going on. Or I feel like
The 9 to 5 being told what to do would
Yeah.
probably be hard.
we do more than that,
Oh, yes.
but
We're working constantly
yes,
all day long, but it's different.
it is different. So it's cool.
Sure.
Meredith Moore asks, what are your goals for 2024?
Oh my goodness.
Our goals.
Every goal you've ever made for this year, Jamie, recite right now, backwards.
So I like to make goals. I think this year, though, I want to be making more like monthly goals because sometimes yearly goals are hard to attain. But I want to start writing another book. But that's my goal every year, and I have yet to do it. It's busy. I have lots of like goals with our YouTube channel, just kind of like little milestones to hit, personal ones. And I know doing the podcasts was not necessarily my idea, but something after when it was presented to me, I was like, oh, well, that would be cool getting that started and going. So
Yeah, I think that's cool.
doing this.
I don't like goals, but that's because I'm a failure at goals. That's one of my talents. But I succeeded. I made a Roblox game, and that turned out to be one of the goals I had set. So I didn't realize I even had set that as a goal. That's the problem that I have.
He makes the goals and he forgets that they are what his goals were. That's why maybe monthly goals that you talk about a lot, you don't forget them. Right?
What are we talking about?
I do want to read a book a day. Not a book a day. Sorry. You don't have time for that. A book a month.
Book a month?
Yeah, trying to have that little alone time where I'm not working all the time. So just picking a book that I enjoy and reading one a month.
I think that's good. I wanted to go on a date a week. So that was also my Christmas gift for Jamie.
Yes,
With who?
me.
I mean, Jared does sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, you want to go have mac and cheese with us?
Mac and cheese?
It's our first.
That is our first date.
I mean, that sounds great. When is it?
Mac and cheese is delicious.
We got a third wheel with us now.
When?
You're making the mac and cheese.
Oh, you're making it?
Should we make
You're
mac
making
and cheese?
You're making
Not
the
the
mac and cheese. If you're invited to our date, you will be supplying the mac and cheese.
That doesn't
Homemade.
sound like a date. That sounds like a job.
Someone's got to do it.
You can eat it with us. You make it.
I'll pass on your first date. All right. Next one. It's from a top fan on Facebook.
Top fan on Facebook.
What does that mean? I'm just curious.
So a top fan. So we've got a few different top fans. So Link Heinsohn was a top fan. I think it's that they engage with your content.
Yeah.
So
Get it.
they watch it, they like it, they comment.
Thank you, top fans on Facebook.
There's a few different so some of the top fans: Jamie Hugh, you got Link Heinsohn,
You guys are awesome.
Meredith Moore, Robbie Couturier, Audrey Elizabeth.
Nice.
Those are some top fans. So,
Yay for top fans. You guys are awesome.
so this top fan is Audrey Elizabeth,
Okay.
and says, "Why did you guys decide to start YouTube? Did you ever think that you would be where you are today?"
So to answer the second part, no, I do not think that we would be where we are today.
And there's no
Not at all. Like, initial goal was like, if we could just do this, and obviously a goal was for me to be able to do something from home that would be something that I was interested in, but then also just to make a little bit of money to help out. So goal was just to have a little bit of extra money just to help our family.
So like that. I mean, I remember never even thinking of getting 100,000 subscribers seemed like a completely ridiculous out of reach goal or thought.
Yes.
So no way could we ever have thought we would, be over 6 million subscribers and doing that kind of stuff.
I think reaching 100,000 subscribers was like the best moment of all of our lives, like the
It's pretty-
biggest pinnacle.
It was actually cooler than hitting a million, I feel like.
Way cooler
Which one, the 100,000?
Yeah.
because it felt so impossible when we started.
One of my follow-up questions: How many plaques do you guys have now?
Oh man. So we have 2 of the 1 million,
2 golds.
2 golds.
Which channels are those?
That is our Shot of the Jaegers, our main channel that we started 8 years ago, and Steven Jaeger's channel. And then we have several.
6 silvers, right?
I'm not sure.
And the silver is the 100,000.
That's 100,000.
100,000 subscribers. So 6. And that would be this channel,
This channel, the SOTY Show.
the SOTY Show.
We have SOTY Gaming,
We have SOTY Gaming. We have the Just for Girls channel.
Steven.
Steven does not have one yet for his
Silver.
Steven Gaming.
He has
Oh,
a
yeah.
silver
Oh,
one.
for his
Steven's
silver. Yeah.
silver.
So the channels that
Jaegers
have
has
it,
a silver.
Shot of the Jaegers, are SOTY Family.
And then our SOTY Family channel.
Yeah.
And we need to hit more. We need Taylor to get there. We need Steven Gaming to get there. But we haven't been posting as well on that, so that's going to get better. And
Those are the 2 that we need for the silver, and the girls would really like their gold.
we need to get Just for Girls to gold. It'd be awesome.
We do.
Gold is the million, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
How close are they?
They have almost 900,000.
We're so close.
Okay, so they're just
They're close.
one more
Yes.
silver.
Just for
No.
girls.
Renee McCullough, hello? How to say names.
Sounds good.
It's another top fan, though. Is Steven's car going to be fixed?
Is Steven's car going to be fixed?
I'll field this question. Hopefully, we are still waiting to hear back from the insurance company to see if it's totaled or not totaled. So we don't know if it's actually getting fixed or if he's going to have to just get a new car yet. We're still in that process. I was texted this morning saying that they were going to let me know in a few minutes, and I have not heard. So I don't know the answer to the question yet.
Darn
I feel really bad.
insurance companies.
We won't say any names right now, though, because you guys should start sponsoring us.
Insurance companies?
I mean, nobody. That's not our insurance company.
Oh, that brings you up 15%.
I think we hope. I don't know what we're hoping.
We
for.
need to hear a word from our sponsor. Go, Steve.
Are we still on Facebook? Or are we moving to different ones?
There's a lot of good questions on Facebook.
Let's do them. Let's do them.
I'm staying on Facebook for a little bit long. Robbie and Haley Wellman, you ever consider homeschooling again?
Ooh.
I consider it daily.
Why is that?
Because I have some kids that I think would thrive from homeschool, but also need the social of public school. So it's a inner conflict I have. I have some kids that should stay in public school always because they do very well in it. So if I were to consider homeschooling, it'd be on an individual basis, depending on the child. So Peyton is partially homeschooled and partially goes to public school. Every other day she swaps because she's in junior high. And so that's how it works out.
Yeah. And we probably will have some more homeschooling we'll be doing in the future, I would say. I think it's probably likely that, because we already are doing some of our other kids may too.
I think it's something that we look at on a yearly basis, even in the middle of years. It just depends on how we feel they're doing, and we're willing to homeschool them or put them back into public school, whatever works best. So,
how do you get the social aspect with homeschool, though?
you have a big family.
We do have a big family, though, like cousins and that kind of stuff is a legitimate thing that you're...
Yep.
That's who you really hang out with when you're an adult, kind of anyways. I mean, we have friends and stuff, too, but, you know, like you hang out with your family a lot.
My kids come home from school and they hang out with themselves, a lot of them, the younger ones. So I feel like they're getting that. Their cousins, church.
Yeah, we do church activities that they go to. We do, you know, they'd go to sporting events and that kind of stuff. I mean, they do a lot of things if we were homeschooling. And then we also do things with other YouTubers. So when we were homeschooling, we did more of that, too, where we'd go and be with other people as well. So, I mean, there are a lot of ways to get social interaction. I don't know if school is actually the best way.
Sometimes the social interaction is not good, and that's why we've thought about taking our kids out of school. So social interaction isn't always the best.
Here's another question. It's Patricia Nagurney. I love your videos, but have a problem watching some of them. I can never find them. I'm not tech savvy and don't have all the platforms that you do. What can I do to be able to watch them?
For a minute. It's like, I was waiting for have trouble watching him because your voice is so annoying.
Get that for people to our faces. Oh, my daughter watches you all the time. I cannot stand you guys.
You know?
Like, thank you. But I feel that way about other YouTube channels.
You can't be everybody's cup of tea.
I feel that way when my kids watch YouTube. There's a lot of people I'm like, turn that off. They might even be friends of ours.
Yeah.
And I'm still sometimes like, I can't do this.
So to answer her question, she's coming from Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. So she likes watching the videos. She just can't find them. So
Google
clarifying.
Google works very well.
Google SOTY. Bless you.
If you were to type in SOTY in any platform that we're on, we should pop up.
Yeah. And if you want like full-length videos, obviously you'll end up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or Facebook has a lot of them. And then if you're looking for shorter, also YouTube, but TikTok or Instagram. Bless you again.
I'm allergic to something in here.
Sorry.
Jared.
That's another elephant Dumbo joke.
Whoa.
I didn't say it. You did.
So when I say this question, I kind of think about kind of your different, you have lots of different channels. And so like kind of clarifying, you know, what happens on each different channel. Like what's the difference between
Is that a
SOTY
question?
Show? No, it's my question.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to help Patricia here because I feel like you didn't really answer her question.
Whoa.
Where to find our content?
So, I mean, no. I mean, your answer was good. You just need to search on YouTube. But what I'm asking you is, what are the difference between your different channels? Because I know there's so many different channels. And just your guys' normal channels, as in SOTY, I mean, you have 3 different channels. SOTY Show, you have SOTY Family, you have just regular SOTY. You know, like, what's the difference between all those different channels?
There is actually a difference.
There is?
I think people think they're all one
I don't think
because they're not actually looking to see the little channel logo and see that they're different. But our main one, Shot of the Jaegers, has 6 million subscribers. That's how you can tell the difference. That's the one we've had the longest, and it has lots of content, vlogs, lots of our older content on it. But recently we've been doing more vlogging.
Yeah, vlogging, and we'll do an occasional like game or something on there, but
Yeah.
that's more of our like what's going on in our life kind of channel.
Yes.
And then we have SOTY Family. And SOTY Family is a lot more of like we do like a set activity or like a challenge or type thing and make that a thing. But I mean, we still do.
It's very challenge and activity based is SOTY Family, and that's once a week.
Yep. So that's once a week on the Saturdays. That's the one that I think people don't always know they're even watching compared to our regular channel because they're not subscribed. So go subscribe to the SOTY Family and the Shot of the Acres.
Yeah, they're two separate channels.
Yes.
And then
we have the SOTY Show, which is now a podcast. So before we were kind of using it as just like a place to like repurpose some content. And so we were kind of trying to almost like a backup place for our videos to be just in case something crazy happened. And so we're kind of doing that. And then now we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. So it's way different. It'll be podcast content.
I feel like each different channel too is you got like, if anyone wants to see gaming videos, you have your gaming channel. If you want to see more just for girls stuff, the Just for Girls channel, you have the Steven
mostly
channel.
with Peyton and Jordan. Yep. And then Steven and Taylor have their own channels. So all individualized.
Yep.
Trying to hit all different markets and what people like, right?
Huh?
Another question from Katie Hoskins. Are y'all LDS? I am, and you seem to follow guidelines, so I'm curious. Also, just want to let you know that you guys get me through my hard days. I'm constantly in and out of the hospital, and watching your boxes videos always lifts my spirits.
The boxes videos, those are old ones.
I thought she was saying boxing videos. I was like, I don't remember making any of those.
No, our box forts. We went through a stint of our basement was full of boxes for a long time.
We've done a lot of box fort videos.
Amazing box forts. I'm glad that they got you through your hard times. And yes, we are LDS.
Well, I'm going to probably jump over to...
That's not over. We're moving to YouTube first.
A lot of them are kind of the same, what we've already done. Of like a lot of questions of what inspires you to start YouTube.
We didn't really say why we were doing YouTube though.
No, we didn't.
I mean,
We'll start with that one. What inspires you to do YouTube then?
Watching other people do YouTube. I didn't know it was a thing until all of a sudden I did. And I was like, wow, this is interesting.
I'll never forget, and I don't picture it in my head, but I won't forget Jamie coming up. We were like on a little walk, and she's like, I have an idea. I want to start filming our life, posting it on YouTube. And I began just like Jamie came.
Took me all the way to the end of the walk because I was stressing.
She was nervous about bringing it up.
Super scared.
And I was really upset about it. And then.
No.
But then we did it, and it just started. Like, it was kind of fun though, because like if you went back to our old videos, you would instantly notice like we're using an old cheap camera. We're filming it. It was a lot more raw, a lot less edited. I mean, you were learning to edit as you're making the videos. So
learned to edit while I was.
She learned to do YouTube by watching YouTube videos of how to do YouTube channels.
Yep.
And then just like
I watched YouTube videos on how to set up a YouTube channel.
And posted daily.
Every day.
And then it was so slow like that. We didn't have good internet. We didn't have good computers. So everything took probably like 5 times as long.
Yes, for sure.
And you were learning it.
Yeah. It was a long process.
She's a trooper.
Miss Jizang or Jizung says, I need to know.
You've missed every name so far.
They're hard name. I mean, you got viewers from everywhere. So. I need to know Jamie and Steve's favorite child is.
That's a good question and an easy answer. Jamie, you're first.
If it's so easy, you answer.
Who's your favorite child?
People are so obsessed with asking this question. I'll go live on TikTok and I get asked it constantly. I don't know what it is. Them wanting to know what our favorite is, but like
you dislike.
You may not. Yes, you may not be a parent if you're asking. Is what I think. Like maybe the people that are asking, they're not a parent because I don't think any parent would be like, hey, other parent,
Yep.
what is your favorite kid? Because you don't realize that until you are a mom or a dad and you're like, I don't have a favorite. And it's not that you can't, like, it's like, I'm not allowed to pick a favorite. It's you really don't have a
It's
favorite.
not a matter of like, oh, I'm just not going to tell you who my favorite is. It really is just every kid is totally different from like the day they're born.
Yes.
And then every kid does everything differently. Some do some things better than others. And it's like a
Like
mix.
any given day, like maybe one day it's like, oh, you're my favorite because you're listening and you're in a good mood. And then the next day they could be not your favorite. It's just, but in general, it's hard to pick a favorite. Jared, you only have 2 to choose from. Who's your favorite kid? He actually has one.
He has one. Look at I saw his face.
That's a tough one. Who's your favorite kid today, though? You said it depends on day.
They have all gone to school.
I've only been yelled at by 2 or 3 of them today, so it's not.
That's not too
I still have a few to choose from.
Yeah, 2 or 3. That means you have 3 that did not yell at you.
So which of the 3 is your favorite?
Haven't seen Steven yet today.
You know what? I have not seen Steven's face today. He got up pretty early. Actually, I just saw him like kind of walk into my bathroom to grab something and walk out. So maybe Steven.
Taylor was easy on me today.
Taylor was a good one today too.
So it's kinda like-
Peyton's been listening and doing
Yeah.
her homeschool.
I mean, it's tough.
Blake snuggled
You have
with me in
perfect
the
children
morning.
today. You have
Yeah.
perfect children today.
You know, we are mentioning all of them.
But it's not a like thing, honestly. Like
It's
it is funny to talk about, but there's just no way you could pick a favorite.
It's really hard.
I can't even pick a talent.
I can't even pick like a favorite ice cream. How am I going to pick a favorite child?
Okay, if you're not going to answer that question, this question you need to answer. So it's from
Me too.
Amanda8555. Says, out of all the girls, who do you think will be the most responsible when they turn 21?
Ooh.
That's a really good question. Most responsible.
Out of all the girls. So they're not saying Steven.
'Kay.
So, because I know your answer would be Steven. I could already see you start to say.
I don't know. I would say, well, it's hard because Blake's like 6. So I'm going off of 6 years of
Doing what we do.
knowing her, and even like that's baby years. So maybe Blake. That's the easy one. Jordan. Maybe Taylor.
Yeah. So
You just named like all of them.
No, I didn't. I left 2 out.
Blake, you're saying, because Blake actually like runs around and cleans up stuff.
Blake is very responsible at home.
She's the most like her mom, is what she's saying.
And so I feel like as she matures, she's going to be responsible. Jordan is pretty responsible and kind of
Stays on the ball and things.
stays on the ball, and
Like
Taylor,
like we've never done anything, and she gets like a 4.0 in school.
Yeah, don't even have to ask about
Like
her.
she's actually really good at taking care of that kind of stuff. But then also like they each have their downfalls. Like Jordan just leaves everything wherever she walks. That's where her sweater is going to be.
Mhm.
And then
So she may
Taylor's
have a messy
room.
house, but
Yeah.
maybe she's paying her bills.
It doesn't mean that they're not responsible. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then there's some others that I think will like for sure
Struggle a
struggle
little bit.
with that. But
That if they are responsible, I'd be shocked. Next question.
like me, they take after their dad.
Oh, they
They are the most like their
questions.
dad.
They also said, would you guys ever move to a different state or country?
Hmm.
And would you guys get a new house?
Wow. I would not want to move to a different country, I don't think. I can't think of a different country that I would want to move to, and I really like my house and where I live now. But I would like to have like a vacation home. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
And maybe in a different state would be cool, but I am not to that point in my life.
I don't think that we would ever move necessarily. So I mean, that's a tough question because like we're kind of like implanted in our where we live now. Like not just our home.
Yeah.
Like we built our home and like with the idea of it being a forever home.
Yes.
And then families around here and that kind of stuff. So it'd be really hard to leave. I would be willing to go somewhere else. I don't think that's the question of whether or not would be willing to. It's just more of like at this point in our life, there's no.
And we don't have like a job that's like having us relocate, but we have a job that could let us
Be in-
live anywhere. And so I think we chose here.
I think it'd be cool to live in a different country. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I know you'd be a little bit more worried about it maybe, but
Yeah.
I would be comfortable with it. I don't think, and then state-wise, kind of same thing.
I would say like not permanently. Like if I were to, it'd be like, okay, we'll try this out, but come back home.
For like vacation.
There's a
homes.
giant
Well,
booger on the T of the SOTY.
You sure it's a booger?
It's not. Say that.
I'm sorry.
Really gross.
You talk about me getting distracted, but
Probably glue.
It's glue.
It is glue from
It's
the
glue.
backlight.
Okay, it's glue. That is glue.
it's on the front.
I'm touching it. It's glue.
What if that's a booger?
It's glue.
Taste it, Jamie. If it's salty, it's a booger.
Lick it.
Tasting it.
Will you taste it on camera?
Now I have to find a new
I
T.
can't move out of the spot, but I know
Sorry.
it's glue.
I got distracted.
Like with your finger. Put your finger on it. Taste it. If you're for sure that it's
Not
that is
salty.
disgusting.
Are we ready for the dad joke section yet?
That is so disgusting.
Yeah.
Also,
Here, there's another question though.
Haley Tran wants you to show what Jordan has crocheted so far.
Ooh, right behind you, there's some things that she's crocheting. She wants me to put them for sale on our shop.
Oh, yeah. We actually have some things in this room, so we can do that. She has crocheted a lot of things. I got a stuffed animal for Christmas. So did Steve.
Did you move the ones off the top of the thing that she had sitting there?
Yeah, I put them inside the basket. Then she's crocheted purses for people,
She's pretty good.
a blanket for her cousin. So these are some of the things that she is crocheting. Cute little scrunchies.
And she wants me to put them up on our shop.
She wants us to put them up for sale on our SOTY shop. Look at that. She's been putting a lot of time and effort. So those are scrunchies that she's crocheted.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to have those up for sale here soon. If you want to go check it out at shotoftheyears.com.
Jordan is excited about it. Shotoftheyears.com.
Also on this channel, we can bring Jordan in to talk about her crocheting too.
We can.
Yeah.
Comment if you guys want
We'll
some of our
kids.
kids to join us.
Here's another question. Madeline Ahmed says, why is Taylor no longer a Just for Girls member?
Ooh, she got booted. That's why.
Because
Kicked out. Not allowed.
We said responsible. We said she's going to be responsible.
Taylor just had outgrown it in her own mind.
She was kind of disinterested in it. So she wanted to
Yes.
do her own thing, and we let her.
She did not want to do it anymore, and I'm not going to force her. So she wanted her own channel. And so we created another channel, a channel for her. And then pretty much Peyton and Jordan have taken over the Just for Girls. They like to film and they're excited about it. And so every now and then we'll include the two younger ones, but it's really kind of their thing right now. And Taylor has her own thing.
Yeah. And some kids enjoy filming more than others, too. Like sometimes
Yes.
Taylor's not a big fan of it, so she'll not participate in some of it like that. But
Yeah. Exactly.
Or Parker, for instance.
Parker is not interested at all ever. So if you don't see Parker in videos, it's because she doesn't want to be in there.
And we get that question a lot, actually. That might be something good to talk about a little.
A lot of questions of where is Parker? And Parker's here. She just doesn't want to be on the camera.
So if our kids don't want to do it, we don't have to do it. So
Nope.
kind of a simple little way to go.
We
I
have
guess.
plenty that want to, and so we'll run with that. And the ones that don't have to.
all right, we'll kind of end this Q&A session with this last question.
Oh, no.
The last question. He saved it for last for a reason, I feel like.
It's not a bad. It's a good. So it says, what was your favorite moment with your family? Mention any one, and why was it your favorite moment?
Are you talking about YouTube moment or just moment?
Favorite moment.
Favorite moment.
I mean, that's a complicated question. Because there's so many different moments you have. Like, I guess if you're looking at YouTube, like, what was the most fun thing you did? Or if you're, like, looking at personally, it's like, man, you can go anywhere from, like, being married to your kids being born to...
I mean, I would think that they're talking about with like our family, like all of our family being a part of it that's present right now.
Okay.
So like all 8 of us is what I think that they're probably going with. I have all my favorite moments are when I'm surprising my kids with something. That's probably like mine. And a lot are filmed and a lot aren't, but like surprise trips or surprise. I really like surprises. And so being able to see them excited about something always is like ingrained in my memory, like my favorite moments. Also a really funny moment. And one of my favorites is when like Peyton got something stuck in her hair, and then I was trying to cut it out because she had like a soccer thingy, like balls that you kick, whatever it, like you can hold on to it and you can kick it. And she got it all tangled, the cord in her hair. And so I was trying to cut it out, put scissors down to try to peel it out. And then Parker was little, picked it up and tried to cut off her ponytail that was sticking up. And so I'm screaming, trying to grab that. And then Taylor's in the background and kicked a soccer ball right at her face. And it was within like a second of it. All three things are happening. And it was hilarious. And we got it on film. And it's so fun to look back at.
That was a funny one. And we see
I actually have one.
Oh, no.
Do you have it?
You have to find a moment, though. Oh, you had a short version?
So we created a short on this channel.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it is on the
It's
SOTY Show.
It's about 52 seconds long.
So it's about a minute. So
Trying to pull it up on YouTube here to show it to the whole world.
all three things happened simultaneously almost, and it was pure chaos, but hilarious at the same time.
Up here.
We can talk about it. Of me screaming the whole time. Well, my daughter almost cut her ponytail off.
Untangling out of her a huge mess. Now we're going to cut out. Dives down because Parker's about to chop her ponytail off of this. And Jamie's reaction right there. And she's like,
He was ready to just cut it off.
and then this is my favorite part right here.
Yes.
Then like, we're doing this and Taylor kicks a soccer ball into her own face.
And she's wearing like, what is she wearing on her feet?
It's not her, but it was just out of control. Yeah, she's
So
wearing
Taylor's laughing. She's wearing rain boots.
rain boots and kicking a soccer ball right into her own face. This all legitimately happened.
It was just what happened in our life, and we got it on camera, and probably one of my favorite moments.
You falling down, diving off her from.
I think
one of those questions is, did you ever get it out of her hair?
yes, we did get it out of her hair without having to cut it, but another child almost lost a whole ponytail.
It's not even the worst thing I've had to get out of a kid's hair. So
It's very true. We've
What
had
happened
very
just recently.
Parker got bunchums stuck in her.
luncheons. After I said, don't sleep with those because if they get in your hair, because I had to pull them out of Taylor's hair once, I think it was. If they get in your hair, it's bad. Or maybe it was Peyton or
It
Jordan.
was Peyton.
I was like, don't do it. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just going to set them here on my ladder, Dad.
She slept with him.
She put them in. I came in and it was a giant ball.
She lost a lot of hair that day.
Sorry, Parker.
Don't
We ready
sleep
for my
with
next jingle
bunchums.
for dad jokes?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
about that.
let's.
What's a good jingle for dad jokes?
I think this is the last episode that we do jingles. Oh, get it out of your system.
It was, so she's lying. It was her idea to do jingles.
Maybe a good
Jokes. It's just a short one.
Pretty sure that was like super loud.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the reverberating echo off all the microphones, and then we'll make it sound cool.
Get on that, Jared.
I have the headphones and it did not sound cool.
Let me do it one more time, one more time.
No, I think we're good.
Please don't. I will cut you
Dad jokes.
off. Dad joke. So
Mhm.
we're gonna go round base.
Try not to laugh,
So
right? Or are we just telling dad jokes?
do you have water?
No, I don't think we're doing the spit thing.
Do you have water?
No, I am not getting spit on.
Oh, you think you're gonna lose?
And
I have some drink though.
No.
You're gonna do it with
she
soda?
has soda and I have soda.
Better hope I don't laugh.
We're not doing that. I have sparkling.
Are you sponsored by Coca-Cola, Steve?
No, but you guys, if you want to sponsor us, just message me. No big deal.
No big deal.
All right, let's start with Jamie.
Okay, so we're not. The whole goal is don't.
Oh, whoa. Are you just looking him up, or are these your dad jokes?
These are not my dad jokes. I'm not a dad.
If you're good at dad jokes, you would just have them.
Then you guys make them up and we'll determine who's good at them.
I actually am cheating because I'm going to use AI to create dad jokes. So these are going to be OG ChatGPT dad jokes.
And Jared, you're doing them just off the top of your head?
Oh, I'm in this?
You said round.
Well, yeah.
This is a line.
So we're going.
This is a line.
This is like
Okay, fine. Me and him.
I can look some.
No, me. Oh, you're going to look them up.
Well,
Okay.
I'll say
We'll do them back and forth.
Dad jokes.
I'll give you some.
Are they allowed to be dirty jokes?
No.
I mean, it depends.
It depends. That's a dirty dad joke right there.
Depends.
Depends, or diapers for old people.
I mean, it's not really a joke. It's just a double meaning.
Did you hear about the circus fire? It was intense.
That one is so old.
I like it. I'm not upset about that one. Okay, you ready for mine? Didn't make me laugh though. Just saying.
None of yours are gonna make me laugh.
Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. I almost laughed at that one. Almost lost the game on my own dad joke.
But your own.
Well, I laughed, but that was not.
Did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers? They say he made a mint. I actually don't get it.
They say he made a mint.
Yeah.
I mean, like, is that referring to mint as like making money because it's
Yeah, I think so.
you mint money or whatever? That was
Which bears the most?
It is a dad
condescending?
joke.
it's pretty weak. Let's see what ChatGPT says about that.
Which bears the most condescending?
Which bear?
Panda. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good. I almost got a reaction. I didn't get a reaction out of Steve, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm the funny person, so I'm gonna.
Okay. Well, let's see. You have to use a computer for yours. So
It's an AI. It's not a computer. It's different.
Okay.
Why do you call a fish or
he messed it up.
did you give the ending?
no?
Okay.
I just can't read. What do you call a fish with no eyes?
What?
Well, we lost the game, but I don't think it's because of the dad joke. Still, no one's saying.
He took away the eye.
Where the eye is finished.
Oh, which is the answer? But I didn't know what you were doing. It was the face.
You have the answer.
What you wear?
How do you say FSH?
Yeah, but I mean, it was the whole thing. I'm sorry, dude. So did I lose?
Yeah. How do you catch a squirrel?
I don't know.
Climb a tree and act like a nut.
Oh, that's not a bad one.
Where are you looking these up? Because these are that.
It is thepioneerwoman.com.
That's where you went wrong.
Pioneer woman.
A pioneer woman giving dad jokes. I'm
What?
sorry.
That's where you went to get dad jokes? What?
Was this a bookmarked
I
page?
just typed it. No, I just typed it in.
No offense, pioneer woman lady, but these are dad jokes. I saw some good ones on TikTok, but I don't think I'd be allowed to read them on here. Anyways, let's go back to my hilarious jokes. Did you hear about the kidnapping at the playground?
No.
They woke up. I don't get.
Why'd you say if you didn't get it?
I'm reading it off ChatGPT.
I don't get it.
Let's wait. We got to figure it out. Did you hear about the kidnapping at the playground? So it's obviously about taking kids from a playground. Not a great joke, I guess. They woke up. What are we missing?
I think it's malfunctioning.
Yeah, I got one.
I'm gonna have it explain it to me. Explain number 3 for me.
ChatGPT to explain what their jokes are.
Oh, it's comprehensive. Certainly, joke number 3 is plays on the word kidnapping in a typical kidnapping.
Oh,
scenario.
napping because they're sleeping. Napping.
Kidnapping.
They're napping. All right, I got one.
I can't believe we didn't even pick that.
What's yours?
Why are elevator jokes so classic and good?
Elevator jokes? Why?
They work on many levels.
What state is known for its small drinks?
Tennessee.
Minnesota.
Oh.
Minnesota.
You're the only 10 I see.
See, I didn't go.
It's not a dad joke.
It's not? Oh, that's a Riz joke. Are we doing Riz
What
next
do you
time?
call a pudgy psychic?
I don't like using that word.
What do you call a pudgy psychic?
A pudgy?
Your husband.
Psychic?
Sorry.
You're not psychic.
Pudgy. pudgy.
You're not a sidekick?
Sidekick or sidekick?
Oh, you
That's what we were trying to figure out.
Sidekick.
Yeah, I gotta say what I was saying.
Okay, go.
Sidekick or sidekick?
Sidekick.
Side?
Sidekick.
Sidekick.
No
S-I-T-E.
D. No D.
Yeah, like you're
Not
psychic.
Robin.
Why they
You
say
were-
sidekick?
You were not psychic.
I'm a sidekick.
So what do you call a pudgy psychic?
I don't know.
A fortune teller.
Fortune teller.
Fortune?
I don't think that's funny.
That's funny.
Why I'm reading another ChatGPT joke. How do you organize a space party?
I've done that before.
You
Lots of space parties.
plan it. That's a good one.
That is. It's not funny though.
It's not funny. That's why it's funny.
I've got another one.
Jared's excited over here.
I've got good ones. I mean,
The person who said don't look him up, and now he's over there just
I've got some good ones.
searching.
My wife asked me to stop singing Wonderwall to her. I said maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. He actually sang.
Leave the jingles to me.
How do you follow Will Smith in the mud?
Slap him. Oh. Isn't Will Smith the guy who slapped that dude?
Follow the Fresh Prince.
Oh. Prince. Like,
Fresh Prince and Bel.
I get it now. I used to play piano by ear, but now I use my hands. That's a pretty good one. For a ChatGPT one, we're getting more. Make them for adults.
How do you teach kids about taxes?
How do you teach kids about taxes?
Eat 38% of their ice cream.
Ooh.
I like it.
Nah, that sounds like a death trap. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Why?
Because he was outstanding in the field.
These are awful.
That was good.
There's one I don't understand.
I don't
What
like.
did Tennessee? The same thing as Arkansas.
Yeah, what did Tennessee? The same thing as Arkansas.
I get it.
Yeah, it's not good.
I said sauce. That's why I didn't.
Is that you think it's Arkansas? Because it has the S in the end.
Why else would there be an S at the end?
Silent.
My gosh.
Or is it Arkansas?
No, it's not Arkansas.
Washington. So they call it when I lived in Washington State, they call it Washington.
Washington.
You're closing the wharf.
Why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use a honeycomb.
That's better. Tennessee one.
I just didn't understand the test.
I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised.
That one I like. That one I was.
Yes.
That one I've heard.
That's the best one, I think. Wait, ChatGPT's using other people's jokes?
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
That's not cool.
When does a joke become a dad joke?
When it's not funny.
When it's on a woman's website that my wife is reading.
Pioneerwoman.com.
When it becomes apparent.
Jamie, you got one?
No, these are bad.
Parallel lines have so much in common. It's a shame they'll never meet. That face.
Of disappointment in your dad
It's
joke.
just- I've never gotten why dad jokes exist. They just don't.
This is why it exists.
They
Look
just
at Steve. Look at
aren't.
Steve.
I know. I just.
That's why they.
Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. That's a good one.
Like, how about like I don't have to say them.
Okay, don't do a dad joke then. Just do a normal joke.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Say something.
I actually
Let's
just.
let's
what's
hear
a
a
mom
mom joke. Yeah.
I just don't. There's no such thing.
Well,
Because moms are too busy just
aren't you an
running the
entrepreneur?
household
Let's
and
start
not
a
coming up with
Aren't you an
dumb
entrepreneur?
things to say.
Start it.
Yeah, I'm entrepreneur.
They don't have the
No.
guts.
Let's hear a mom joke.
Is
Let's
this
hear
being,
your
like,
mom joke.
the last dad joke section we do on this podcast
Next time, we'll go for
ever?
his jokes.
Those are at least better.
What jokes?
Well, not, I don't know if they're
I know
jokes.
he's using that word again.
Where you riz people up. I think that means like hit on them in like corny ways. So like,
I don't know if they see it as corny though. I mean, rizzing is
it's become like,
after my
it's become that way though, where they use like lines. I'm the hit one in this room.
Is that just like a hit line, like just a?
You just call yourself the
people.
hip one.
I'm the hip.
You look like Simon Cowell right now.
What does that mean?
Like Simon Cowell saying, "I'm the hip one in this room."
He is the hip one in that room. So I do look like the Simon Cowell. You were correct.
Doesn't he look like Simon Cowell right now?
Look like
Is it just because of the black shirt?
The gray hair,
you're attracted to Simon Cowell.
the jeans, the black shirt, and the gray hair.
I guess I need to know what we're talking about here. Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? I'm attracted to Simon Cowell.
Alrighty then. I'm done with the jokes.
I'm not done with the jokes. I have more.
And keep them coming.
What's going on in the door? The door just randomly opened. There's a ghost in our house.
Did it really? God.
The door of our room just opened and no one came in and no one pushed the buttons on the outside.
That's actually true.
Why is Peter Pan always flying?
That was on mine. Don't read it.
Because he never lands.
I skipped over it because of that.
He never lands. Like he doesn't go on the ground.
Why is that bad?
It's just not funny.
It is funny.
Whoa, why this one?
Why wouldn't that be funny?
That's all right.
I used to hate facial.
Jamie gets to see this one. No, this might be the best.
Which one at the
I'm
bottom?
going to shut this door because I'm freaked out by the ghost.
Which one? Number 5?
Yeah. You get it?
Yeah, it's
Your
bad.
frost
It says,
face.
remember, these jokes are still clean and suitable for a wide audience, but they have a bit of clever wordplay that might
That's
appeal to adults.
Not the joke. The joke is number 5. Read the.
I just read off. Not that bad.
So I figured reading that as a joke. I'm like, holy cow.
I said, it's not that bad. And then I read the paragraph
Okay,
below.
sorry then.
I don't care. It's not funny.
It's funny and it is kind of bad.
Okay,
I'm
go
not
ahead
gonna,
and rate it.
I'm not gonna read it.
Okay.
You don't think that's kind of bad?
I mean,
Wow. Yeah, I don't know you very well. Maybe we did.
Maybe she doesn't understand.
Maybe you will.
I understand it.
Hey, give me it.
Yeah.
I gotta see it.
That's just, he's making it to be something.
I'm making it beat. That's what the joke is.
I know, but it's
I don't know what the joke is. I don't know what.
We're talking about a
It's
joke
not.
they can't see, but no, I can't read it on YouTube. I feel dangerous. I'll read it. You
Okay.
really are down with that?
I think you're making a big deal out of it.
You don't think it was funny?
I also don't like doing jokes.
You don't think that was funny at all?
No, I've never found the appeal of dad
Okay,
jokes.
so who had the best dad joke? Obviously, I did.
You mean Chat GPT?
How did you know my
Is it GPT or GTP? Did I say it wrong?
GPT.
Did I?
T
Okay, you both are saying it at the same time. What is it?
G
No, it's
T
Did I say it right the first time?
BTP.
GTT?
Did I say GTP or did I say GPT?
Isn't it Chat GPT?
G
I'm not the one that
T.
uses it.
P.
Chat GTP.
Yes, like the toilet paper.
Incorrect.
You like the toilet paper.
Stop on that one. I have another joke.
TP.
You're American
Oh.
when you go into a
I
bathroom.
get it.
You're American when you go into the bathroom, when you come out. But what are you while you're in the bathroom?
European.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I learned that in elementary.
How did you know that?
Because the boys in elementary school
How didn't you
are
laugh
growing
at that?
up
It's
to
a
be
better
dad,
question.
learning dad
That's a
jokes.
good one. I'm getting.
How didn't you laugh?
This segment's continuing.
I've
on.
heard it over and over again. I think this segment should end.
I think I should take your place and me and Steve should just do this over there.
I
You should do
agree.
this.
I agree.
Why did
Can I leave?
the bicycle fall over?
Why?
Because it was too tired. Did you hear about the cheese factory? We're gonna do this until Jamie laughs.
What do you call a cow? Without any legs. What do you call a cow
I
without
don't
any
have
legs?
time for this. What? I didn't even hear what you said.
A cow without any legs.
What?
Ground beef.
Nice.
Was that a real laugh?
I-
She's doing it to get off camera. We're going. Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded?
No, I've heard this one before.
There's nothing left but debris. That's not very good.
Why were the utensils stuck together?
Scissors are actually called debris.
Why were the utensils stuck together?
Why?
They were spooning.
Nice.
That's not bad.
No, is that risky?
It's risky, less risky than mine was. Why don't scientists trust atoms anymore?
Right.
These people already said that one.
Okay, now that we are repeating our dodging,
Let's see the next one.
this segment is now over.
I lost my job at the bank on the first day. A woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
That's a good one. That's a good
I think I spit
one.
on that one.
You spit all the
I think
way.
it landed on.
What do you call a bear with no teeth?
What?
A gummy bear.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I
Okay,
used
so
to play piano by ear.
have we gone over our time?
You already
Yeah.
have that with my hands.
You just did that.
It's more practical that way. Why does it give me the same jokes over and over again?
You know,
What do you
think
get
you're-
from a pampered cow?
What?
Boiled milk.
His are better than yours.
I'm kind of that last one was good. I'm kind of disappointed in this. Like, and I feel like I'm like the anchor man. I'm just reading whatever comes up on ChatGPT, and it's not any good.
How does a penguin build his house?
How?
He glues it together.
Igloos.
Igloo.
All right. Are we done here?
Tell the other one again that I laughed at.
Which one?
The balance one?
Yeah, that one's my favorite.
I like the balance one. I think that's the big
I lost my job at the bank on my first day. A woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
We can end it on that one.
Why? So Jamie also doesn't like to hear jokes or like watch movies a second time, and I really enjoy it.
I've got a lot of jokes in here, Jamie. Do we just keep going?
You can save it for another episode that I'm not
You just
involved
said
in.
we weren't going to do another one with.
That I'm not involved in.
This is the last dad joke episode.
If you do a podcast and I happen to not be there, then dad joke it up.
What kind of music do chiropractors like? Hip hop.
Because you pop their hips. When
I
you're
get it.
chiropractor. You ever had that?
Get it.
That's fantastic.
Have.
Why is cold water so insecure?
Are you done yet?
Because it's never called hot.
Mm,
That one wasn't great.
no.
I'm gonna get more.
No, we're done.
More
I'm done.
dangerous.
Can you do that, like, be right back thingy?
No. After these messages, I'll be right. That's not how I.
No.
What was that? Was that a TV show thing?
I've never heard of that before.
Nuh-uh. That's how it used to be. Like they would do that little thing, little jingle at the end of the thing for commercials.
What thing?
After these messages, we'll be right back. Can't remember how exactly it went.
You are older than me.
Did you watch commercials ever in your life? I'm being
I
serious.
don't know.
That's
I
a real
just
question.
have never heard that before. Yes, they had commercials on TV. I never have heard that before.
Really?
Never.
Why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road? Because it got stuck in a crack.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
And on that one,
Did you hear
Yeah.
about the mouth?
On that note, let's be done.
Has too many problems. Get it? What's the orange? And sounds like a parrot. Carrot.
That's dumb. That is dumb.
You've got
That's just
reading
dumb.
book on anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down.
All right. Are we good?
Get it? Because there's no gravity, so you can't put it down. Parallel lines. It's another repeat joke.
Yeah, I know. You just
Why don't oysters donate to charity? Because they're shellfish.
when you have a bladder infection, you're in trouble.
Can I get up?
How does a penguin build its house?
I don't know. You tell
We're
me.
reading the same ones. Okay.
I don't know. You tell me if you can get up with your leg. Oh, it's a good one.
Ooh, we can get down though.
I'm done. Can we be done? I need some food.
How do we end a podcast?
We don't sing a jingle, if you're asking. Thank you, guys.
Two goldfish are in a tank.
The
Hold on,
SOTY
hold on.
SOTY Show. SOTY
There's a good one. A good one. Two goldfish are in a tank. One says to the other, "You know how to drive this thing?"
Tank. Got it? Like an army tank.
The army tank. Do you get it?
It's an army tank.
She doesn't get it.
A big tank has it shoots big bullets out of it.
She doesn't get it.
Goldfish are in a tank.
like driving a tank.
Fish go in tank like a tank.
Yeah, that's why it's funny.
Is this? It's not.
You seriously don't think that
You
was funny?
do you not get it?
I get it. It's not
Okay.
funny. You're playing on the word tank. It's just not funny.
Kind of sad we didn't get the kidnapping one earlier. It might have been funnier if we understood it.
I'm kind of mad that she didn't understand that one.
I did get it.
You don't think the tank one was kind of funny?
I don't.
What about
find
the
it
push
funny.
down one?
So are we
The Bowser
like
one was good. She spit on that one. Actually.
leaving this?
I'm gonna put that in slow mo and posted it. She spit across.
It was pretty funny.
That was the only funny one.
Not true.
What about mine that I didn't read?
That's not funny.
How is that not funny?
Not funny.
Dude, this website
Are you not a funny person?
is the best website.
Did Janie already end this thing?
I hope so.
Is there anything worse than when it's raining cats and dogs? Yes.
That's where it should stop, though. That should be the end of the joke.
Hailing taxis.
It should have just said yes. That would have been funny. We need to take Jamie to some comedy lessons, Jared.
She just doesn't appreciate the comedy.
How do you not think these are hilarious?
Because I'm not a dad.
Touche.
So yes. That's why.
You got to start your own guild with mom jokes.
Yeah, let's do mom jokes. What are they?
No, making fun of husband. You're on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna search up mom
One.
jokes.
I actually do have a segment. I want to do the airing of grievances.
I do too.
And then you
That would be awesome.
talk trash about each other.
Hey, there is such.
So we do that every single podcast.
Every
and
podcast.
dad
It's
jokes.
just airing of grievance. She already did. She did the puzzle grievance, which I don't know why that's a grievance. That was your
Okay.
idea.
I know. I just did not know that it would consume that much time of yours.
I was up till 2 a.m. doing the puzzle last night.
So you know that there's a problem when every second, like all you can focus on when you get any ounce of time is to go down and puzzle. So I just don't. I've been trying to think if
There's already another one.
I mean, I just typed in mom jokes,
Oh no.
so there is such thing as mom jokes, and I actually found your
mama joke.
from the Pioneer Woman.
This lady's getting a lot of run.
So were you reading dad jokes or were you reading?
I
Mom
typed
joke.
in dad jokes. So apparently she does dad jokes
Are they
and mom.
read them? Are they the ones she was reading? Did she cheat?
I used to play piano by ear, but now I play it by mommery. Mom jokes just don't hit the same.
Wow.
I asked my mom if she could make me a sandwich. She said, "Poof, you're a sandwich." There's a reason why it's dad jokes.
Yeah, dad is fun here. It's true.
Can't be outdone.
They're just equally dumb.
That was not equally dumb. This was much worse than the dad jokes we did.
It was not.
Yeah, found a good one.
No, don't let it know.
Yeah, this was really good.
Hey, Jamie, don't laugh.
What's either a really gross animal issue or an impressive magical school? Hogwarts.
You got to read it. I didn't even understand what the.
That was a bit much, I think, Jared. I don't know if that was as good as you thought.
What's either a really gross animal issue or
Animal issue?
Animal issue. Hogwarts. Yeah, you have.
or an impressive magical school?
Why did I point in my butt when I said that?
Yeah, something you need to confess.
I don't know. So when you hear words, you point
I
down
think I
there.
was thinking about the hog part of it, though.
I don't think
Why
so.
would that part be?
I don't have a wart. Oh, I do have a wart on my ankle, on my butt. You gonna end this podcast? We're just going to go on forever.
We need to be done.
Better end it.
You better end it.
You better end it.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on our podcast first episode of the SOTY Show.
Thank you for watching the podcast. That one didn't. That wasn't right. I'm gonna come up with a good.
You're on the wrong note.
You call them episodes?
I'd call it an episode.
Right. Episode 1, done. Stay tuned for episode 2.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.